Hey, welcome to the Jewish Heart. I want to talk today about where this sudden desire to know the truth comes from. I went to a shiur from one of my favorite rabbis over the weekend. I went to a class from him, and he said that one of his students came to him. He recently, about a year ago, he started getting involved in Torah and Judaism, and he's very happy now. But he asked this rabbi, Rebbe is his name, he asked him, where it's all good, but where did this come from? I had a trip planned to go to Eilat. It's like the Atlantic City, I guess, of Israel. And he was on his way to Eilat with a bunch of his friends. They were going to have like all the days planned out, to go to the beach, stay in the hotel, going out to all the bars there and everything. And they had like everything planned out. And then suddenly, like on the drive down there, he's just starts asking his friends. He's like, "Hey, do you know about this? Like, hey, what about what about this, God? How about like, what is this? Why does this happen?" And he just started like having all these questions about God and Hashem, and he didn't like know like where this came from. And his friends are like, "Dude, are you all right? Like, when we get there, we can take you to the the mental house if you need it. What's wrong with you, dude? We're going to the beach. We're gonna have a fun time." Like, and he didn't like know where like all this came from. And then when he got there, he found there was a certain person, like a religious guy there, he started talking to, and now he's learning in a yeshiva in Jerusalem. But he said it's all well and good. I'm super happy with like the lifestyle I'm living now, but but where did this come from? Where did that spark come from? That suddenly I started searching. What's the explanation for that? And Rav answered him that our souls, we have a soul inside of us. We have something that's not quite physical. The spiritual part of it's literally a piece of God inside of every one of us, and it was up there in the heavens next to God, and then it was sent down into this world, into a physical body, to do various things here. I'm actually gonna hopefully do another video series about going like more in depth into this. But just for now, basically you have like a soul, right? And it's up there with God, and then it comes into this world, and its whole purpose here into this world is to yearn and desire to get closer and to remake that connection from afar, because you're connected when you're close, right? When we're up there in heaven, we're connected to Him. But when we come down here, God wants us to yearn and to really want to yearn and to miss Him, and to really just want that connection with our loving Father. And so why couldn't we just stay up there? Because let's say you're at home with your parents, or you're at home with your wife, or you're at home with your friends, whatever it is, you're there. You can't say you miss them. You can't say you're yearning for them. You're there. You're with them. So God wanted that like strong desire to be close to Him. So that's one of the reasons that we're here in this world, is to let out this desire for Him. But a lot of times when we come in and we get distracted, and there's a lot of really cool, fun things in the world that we can distract ourselves with, other things to desire, and we kind of lose that we're here to like desire God, but there's all these distractions in the world. But at a certain point, when God decides He misses us too much, and He doesn't want us to keep going how we're doing, so He reminds us of what it was like, that ultimate pleasure of just being one with Him in heaven, of being one with Him. And He just sends us like a tiny memory to our soul of what that was like, and suddenly the soul wakes up and is like, hey, I have to find Him. I have to get back. Going to the beach, I don't care. Going that, I don't care. And that's how you're able to see people who suddenly they just wake up and they turn their lives around and they cut everything off, and like, where does this come from? And it's God reminds the soul. He reminds the soul of what it was like to be right next to Him. He gives them the tiniest memory of what it is, and then the soul wakes up and it's like, I need to get that back. And the soul's willing to do anything. The soul's willing to overturn everything to find that pleasure of just being connected to God. And that's like the source of all this desire. Like, why you're suddenly searching, where'd this come from? I was totally cool. I was just eating ice cream and going to the beach and having a fun time, and like a couple of days ago I didn't care. Like, why suddenly I care, and now it's not enough. And nothing in the world can, once this has been opened up, the soul remembers what it's like to be close to God. No physical pleasure in the world is going to be able to satisfy that. And you can try to take the desire out. Okay, maybe I need more money, and maybe if I'm rich and I'm comfortable, so it'll work out. But it's never gonna fill that hole of your soul missing that. And you can think you know, if I if I fulfill this and I go and I'm really successful in this area and I'm looking for that, but it's just the soul. The soul is yearning to come close to God, and it's just expressing itself in any way that it came, and the only thing that's gonna fill it is a real connection, is getting back, and the soul will stop at nothing and nothing to get it. And that's the source of where all of this, suddenly you're questioning, like, hey, what happened? A day ago I didn't care. Why do everything's the same. I go to work in the morning, I go this, I do that, but suddenly it's not enough. What happened? And what happened is that God reminded your soul of how beautiful and how perfect it was to be up one with Him, all the way up there, and we're down here, and it's missing it. It's missing God, and that's where this is coming from. So this is just a beautiful idea that I just heard a couple of days ago that I've been really wanting to share for a while. So I hope this helps you guys out, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments or topics you want me to do a video on, leave them in the comments below. You can also email me at thejewishheartchannel@gmail.com, and you can find me on emunachannel.com. I hopefully am going to be doing a YouTube little series on why bad things happen to good people. This is a topic that I struggled with a lot. A lot of people struggle with a lot, and I've received several emails and comments that it's a really valid question, actually. Why do bad things happen to good people? So hopefully within the next week or so, I should have a couple videos up about the stuff that I learned about that. And there's actually some really, really good, satisfying answers out there. So I'm going to share that with you guys. So anyway, thanks for watching, and have an amazing night.